You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
Welcome to the Life Happens podcast. I am your host, Grace. As you know, the Life Happens podcast is a podcast where we take our spirituality, everyday practical things to create this beautiful balance that you see before you. Guys, today's show is called The Dying Decision. It is an episode that tells a story of love, regret, and conflict. Okay, so I'm going to give you a brief description before we watch the video. Basically, it's about a man who feels urgent need to see his dying ex-wife, his first love, to confess his past mistake and seek forgiveness. However, his current wife opposes this. She fears that it will harm their relationship. And despite her objections, he's determined to go. So, guys, join us as we explore this emotional journey of reconciliation and the struggle between past and present loves. Whew. I was like, if that was me, baby, okay? That's what I said to myself. But before we get into the topic, hey, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. How are you guys?
How was Memorial Day weekend? Did you have fun? How was the storms?
For me, I have been at camp all weekend. So
Okay.
I have been out of the city. But where we were I had like 25 youth and I had like 8 or 9 leaders with me. But it was a great time. The storms were crazy. I mean, the cabin doors were knocking, and I was like, "Oh my God, please, Lord, let the children be okay."
Well, so you were away at camp with the kids when the storm happened?
Yeah, I was away. I know. And where we were in Grayford, Texas. So where we were, I mean, we got storms. I mean, but we only got them at night, which was really great because during the day we were able to do our activities and still be outdoors and still do camp stuff. But at night, I mean, we were hunkered down, So it was a great time. We had a great time. I love summer camp. I love taking kids away and having them just, be away from their everyday life to be away and seek the Lord and hear God differently. So it was really good.
I think it's scary when you with other people's children and you have to worry about their safety. I would be a nervous wreck.
Yes. Well-being is everything is put into your hands. It's like, okay, thank you. I promise I'll bring them back whole and better. So yeah.
Right. I'll be nervous. I know the storm happened here at the house and I had to wake my son up. I'm not gonna lie, normally I don't pay attention to this kind of stuff. Right. So when I first heard the rain, I tried to roll over and go to bed, but something in my spirit said, get your ass up. And I felt like I need to get my ass up.
Mm-hmm.
And we literally went to the hallway bathroom.
No, really?
Yes. Salah was mad at me because he didn't want to get up. Give a damn. I was like, nah.
And Robbie, you have a pool. When it rains and stuff like that, does the pool overflow and get into the house and everything?
No. So outside there's like drains. So it just drains into there. It doesn't get in the house at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And there's a drain that goes into the alleyway.
Oh, okay. So it never overflows. I always wondered that with pools.
No, it doesn't. Because I mean that I guess it's set up for situations such as this, Like I haven't had to so far because summer just started, right? I haven't had to go outside and fill up the pool. Because normally when the pool people come over and they clean it, they'll tell you, okay, your pool needs water. I haven't had to, of course, because of the way the rain has been.
So. Oh yeah, that's true. But wow, y'all have to go into the hallway. That's scary.
Yes. And you know, I have not spoken in tongues in such a ferocious way in a long time. But
Wow.
baby, yes. I mean, there's some things that will move you. You know what I'm saying? And that
Mm-hmm.
was one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I
Were
was a
you
little bit scared.
were you guys without power at all? Anybody?
Yes, yes, for like 2 days. Thank God we had
Wow.
water.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God there was water but none of the food spoiled, and because it was, I guess it's not that cold, I mean hot, so everything was fine
That's wonderful. That's
in that
wonderful.
regard. Yeah. Hey, CJ.
Hey,
Now my daughter came over. She was without power for one day.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it sucked though, but everybody was safe though, so which is more important, I guess, than
DJ, how did you do during the storms?
oh, I was chilling, man. The apartments, apartments got like 5, 6 damn generators, so everybody was losing power. I was like, damn. I hope y'all good. But no, we was all good though. No, it was all fine. Trees, little trees, little, what I'm saying, disbursement. I was watching my baby outside get just tampered with hell, and of course I'm talking about my charger. You know what I'm saying? That charger
Yeah, we
RT plus.
figured.
I'm just watching I'm just watching. I'm just like, oh my God. But
Oh,
nah, we good though. We good. Nah.
I
what about
see.
you, Felicia? Were you out was without power?
I didn't hear. What did you say, Kim?
I said, were you without power?
Oh no, we had power. We were lucky. We had power. The good thing that happened this weekend is I am officially an empty nester. I dropped my son off to college
Oh
on
wow.
Friday.
Okay, wait, why is he going so early?
Football camp.
Oh yeah.
So he's got football
Oh
camp.
yeah, I
He's
forgot
taking
about that.
classes though. He's taking a class though. So he's actually in college. So there you go.
Oh
Me and my
wow.
husband, it's just us two.
I like
How
that.
does
Hey,
it
so what y'all
feel?
gonna get into?
Not your business.
What if we,
But how
No,
does
I
it
was
feel?
just nah, like no, I'm just
You
you
did.
know what?
I
Hey, you know
did.
what? You're
Did.
right. You're right. You're right. It's none of my business.
I
I was just
did.
like, I was just being nosy.
no, we have a
Yeah.
we have a lot of things planned, but we still one of my daughters still live with us, so she'll probably be leaving really soon. So yeah,
Hmm.
And y'all can
but she's
okay.
grown, so we're going
Okay.
on vacation. So I'll be gone next week, y'all. No, we're
Mm.
Wow.
leaving next. We're leaving next Saturday. So
Okay.
not this Saturday, but next Saturday we'll be gone on Royal Caribbean. So pray for me. I've never been on Royal Caribbean.
Nice. I love cruises. Put me on a cruise. Yes, I love them.
Girl,
I
you
don't
So
brave with all the storms, you're still gonna go on a cruise. Child.
life still
Yeah.
goes on. Yeah, it'll be all right. When
Yeah.
I'm a true believer. When it's your time, it's your time. Ain't nothing you can do about it.
Hmm.
That's true though.
Can you
That is
So
stop
true.
we
it? Mm-mm. Nope.
So you breaking up, Kim, you freezing.
I am.
Yeah, CJ, are
yeah.
you stuck or you just not blinking?
no, I'm just not blinking. No, I'm good. I'm just I was just, what I'm saying? I'm cool.
I wasn't sure what was going on because you look like you're frozen in time.
Nah, Spectrum be on their game. Shout out to Spectrum.
So I have a question. Have you watched the video?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yeah.
You lying? The way you responded, I know you lying.
Nah, I actually watched the video, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I did. Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay, are you guys ready to jump in? Kim, are you frozen or are you playing? You are
Nah, she playing.
Ooh,
Nah, she
She
playing.
crazy.
playing. She not frozen.
She is frozen. Oh hell. Okay, never mind. Okay.
Oh God, I hate it when you do that. Okay, so I'm gonna play the video.
Okay.
I'm saying I need to get some stuff on my chest, and that's my first love. You know that.
Get some stuff off your chest, like what?
I mean, that's my first love, and I know I brought her through some stuff.
What that got to do with you going down there? It's no reason for you to go down there and unleash that. She about to die.
And I can't see her?
No. You my husband.
I understand that, but we have a kid together.
And send her down there.
So after she go, who's gonna take care of Cameron?
Ain't you the daddy?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm gonna know.
But that ain't got nothing. But that doesn't have anything to do with you going down there, unleashing all of your old storylines and trying to clear your conscience. No.
That's my child's mother.
Okay, that's fine. I understand that's Cameron is going to be fine. You need to be tending to her.
Okay, but he may or may not have a mother again. That's a kid we're talking about.
I understand this. I understand. Look, I'm trying not to be insensitive, but at the same time, I don't understand why you have to go down there and try to talk to her. She's about to die. Let it go.
If not me, who else?
She don't need to hear you and your cheating stories right before she die. That's not even fair. Why would you want to do that?
I need to go see her.
Look, if you go down there and see her, we gonna have a problem.
Why are we gonna have a problem? Okay, how many times I gotta explain this to you? That's my first love, and she's sick right now.
I don't care. I'm so sorry. But you go down there, we gonna have a problem.
But you insecure? I don't understand.
Okay, I've got opinions, but we're gonna start with the man, the only man on our show. Okay.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, like, so I actually looked on her channel, and I'ma just assume most of what the content she does is a bunch of skits, because I've looked at her channel, and the only reason why I wanted to make sure, because I was like, ain't no way this like for real. So she does do skits, and this is satire. However, the situation, like the message, that's very for real. That could happen, But I'm gonna speak about this situation. I'm kind of generalize it. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was just thinking she must have that good. Now let me stop. No, no, let me stop. No, let me stop. No, I just wanted to. No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to. I said no, but on a serious note, Buddy is obviously tweaking. He is on something. That's why I had to check to make sure, because I'm like, ain't no way this is for real. But truthfully, I mean, she got a point, man. If you still harboring those feelings, you still, you know what I'm saying, then it is going to be a problem. As a matter of fact, once you leave that door, don't come back. But I'm a wait till everybody get their turn, and I'm a speak a little bit more generally about, so.
So let me ask you, do you think her response to him, that reaction to him, do you think that's exaggerated, or is she justified in reacting like that?
No, yeah, she justified. Yeah, fuck, yeah. Matter of fact, she lucky it wasn't me. Said, oh, words, you want to see your, you want to see your ex-mans? Bet, Yeah.
I have thoughts, but anyway, we're gonna ask Felicia, what are your thoughts?
Well, this is actually a situation I've kind of lived through.
Wow.
My bonus baby, his mother passed away last year. Was it last year or this year? In January of this year, I think. No, she actually died in December, but they had her funeral in January. And me and my husband had planned a trip out of town the weekend that they were going to have her memorial service. And actually, I was the one to press for him to go to the service, because I said, I feel like you should talk to your son and see what he wants. Does he want you there? And so It was more about being there to support the child than about the woman. But absolutely right. Even in their situation, it would be about supporting the child, not going to apologize for all the stuff you did before she died.
Right.
That's just not
Right.
the time. And it's not, she's right. It's not fair to her for you to come
Right.
down there and unload on her before she dies. Be there to support your child, because that is a difficult moment, losing a parent. And the child you need to be there for the child to support. So I kind of agree with both ways. I disagree with his reasoning, but I think that he should be there to support his child as his mother, as his or her. I wasn't sure if it's a girl or boy mother transition. So that's my thoughts.
Yeah, I think it was I initially thought it was a girl, but I think it was a boy. But maybe I misunderstood it. I agree with you wholeheartedly, and because you experienced that, I mean, and the fact that you suggested it, clearly your husband has moved past that, right? In
Yeah.
this scenario, it seems like dude hasn't moved past anything. But before I jump into that, Kim, what are your thoughts?
I think she was right in saying that. I don't think that he should go with that intention
Love you
to
too.
rehash, like she said, old storylines and
Right.
and do all of that. I just don't think that was productive. I don't think that's productive for her or for the son or for anybody. I just don't. Now, if he just wanted to go down there and say, hey, I just want to go and be supportive. I just want to go and
Right.
show respects. And I could understand that. Like, yeah, go. I'll go with you if you want me to go with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no problem with you doing that. But you going down there and trying to bring up old stuff. And then him calling her his first love and all of that. I didn't really.
Yeah,
Wait,
too
and
much.
he kept saying it. He didn't mention it one time. He kept saying that.
That's my first love. So I didn't really, I
Right.
didn't really like that. Like, that's my first love. Like, hold on. You don't have to say that. You know what I'm saying, to make your point.
Right.
Like, the dude was honest in why he wanted to go, to see her, to ask for forgiveness, to make it right with her before she died. But if you hadn't made it right now, why are you gonna try to make it right
Let it
before
go.
she died? No, you missed your opportunity. You missed that.
I
That
agree
window,
with
like
you.
she said, that window closed a long time ago.
I
A
agree.
long
And I would
time.
like to add, okay, first of all, he is not asking for forgiveness for her, it's for himself. A lot of times when
Mm-hmm.
people want to apologize, it's really because they feel bad, so they want to offload that mess on you. Now, I'm dying, and you want to tell me about you cheated with Ray Ray and Pookie and them at this point, when if I'm dying, right? I don't care about that. First of all, I probably left you because you cheated in the first. That's what it sounds like to me, right? Like they're not together because he was a philanderer. That's what it sounds like, right? Now he wants to, while she is dying, I think it's selfish of him while she's
Very.
dying to go and confess his sins. Take it to the Lord. Tell Jesus that. Okay?
So, so I just want to add something, and maybe this is me being too harsh, which is why I'm 100% on baby girl side, because, and y'all can let me know if I'm incorrect in my thoughts, which I know all three of y'all will let me know. But so once the relationship is over, it's done.
Come on,
That's
say
what
it
I
again.
was.
Exactly.
That's what I was taught. That's why I was on her side, because I'm like, this. It's a done data. Now I understand when children are involved, right? Okay, so now we're talking about a baby mother, a baby father,
Right.
right?
Right.
Me personally, and I may catch a lot of flack, but I can talk to my son or a dog. I can't tell if it was a girl or boy. I'm gonna just say the child. I can talk to that child on my own time. Now, if my child really needs me to be there in that space, I guess technically I wouldn't mind, just for him or her sake. But like once it's over, it's over, regardless of baby or not. Now that's kind of where my stance is on that whole, situation. And maybe I could be a little too harsh, because, let's say if, such and such baby mom, baby father, whatever, they're, passing away, I'm not gonna be like, oh man, yeah, let me try to get my last look. Nah, it's a wrap. It's over. So that whole part of the support piece for her, it's
I
it's done.
know
And at
that's
least in
exactly.
my in my opinion, that's it, bro. You know, we had our run. Obviously, it didn't work. We had a child, and that was the result of our love, lust, or whatever at one point in time. But it's over. Ain't no
Right.
going. There is none of that. So that's why I'm 100% on her side. So I'm thinking, hell, I got a girl. So so she had a baby daddy. You talking about some? I want to go.
What if your baby
Go ahead and
mama?
lock that door too. Hey, go ahead and lock that
Hold
door
on.
too. Yeah.
Let's ask you this question. What if your baby mama, right, had a baby before you? Now, she doesn't say that that's her first love, but she's like, hey, I want to go to the funeral, or I want to support, not the funeral, I want to support because I want to support the child I have with this person. Would you be okay with that?
If you ask me straight up, no.
But I mean,
Ooh.
And why would
because I
that
would
bother you? That's curious. Why would that bother you?
yeah, why?
So hold on. You know what? Ask that one more time so I can make sure I heard what I heard was correct. But go ahead.
Okay, so if your girl that you with right now had a baby before you, right? And
Yes.
her ex was passing away, and she wants to go to the funeral or to the whatever to see him because they have a child together, and she wants to support her child. Why would you have a problem with that? That's what I'm asking. Because you're
Okay.
saying you would have a problem. So why would
Right.
you have a
Got you.
problem?
Got you.
It's not that
Got
she
you.
loves him like that. Because okay, I'll say what I need to say after you speak. Why
No.
would you have a problem?
Well, I'm just so, and I think the reason I'm stuck on is once you disassociate, once it's broken up, once it's done, regardless of the child or not, after 18, obviously, obviously, when y'all got a co-parent, I understand that. But once it's done, it's done. Now, granted, there are situations. I mean, I guess if she wants to be there for her child, I mean, but I feel like that gotta be the request of the child,
Right.
not her. I don't need to hear her saying, I want to be, okay, well, if that's how you feel, you can take your ass on that down. You know what I'm saying? Because once it's a wrap, it's a wrap. I ain't trying to shit. Motherfucker could be burning in fire. Oh, I need to help him. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well, and
different
I
though.
think when you talk about that, each situation is different.
Right.
I was very secure. I am very secure in my relationship. That what they had really never got started. All they had together was a baby. They never had, a relationship
Right.
like that. But the thing with me and him was, yeah, we got plans out of town, whatever. But I want you to check on your son. How is he?
Right.
Regardless of how I feel about her or whatever, which I didn't feel anything, but check on the state, because losing a parent is serious,
Right.
So check on his mind. Does he want you there? Because my husband felt, I don't want to be there because I don't want to be a distraction. People, who is that? Da 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 da. That's what he was thinking. And I was like, besides that, see what your son, and his son said, I need you. And immediately there was no question that he was going to go there to support his son. So
Right.
that's what ultimately made the decision. You know what I mean? Which he's glad he did.
Right. So in my case, my ex-husband had a liver transplant, right?
Oh.
And yeah, he had the liver transplant. So before the transplant, I had gone to the hospital, and I did it for my children,
Right.
right? After the transplant, I took the kids, right? The reason I went before the transplant is because my ex-mother-in-law is much older, and I was getting, listen to what he needed to do post-op and pre-op and all that stuff. But here's the thing in something like that. I had to be really careful of not getting my emotions involved. Not because I have feelings for him, right? Because my emotions are tied in with my children. So then I found myself in a space that I wasn't doing it, but my mind was thinking about too much. Okay, so who's gonna take care of him after he comes out? That's not my problem. That's my ex-husband. That's not my problem.
Right.
So
Right.
you, I got into those spaces where now the lines were getting gray. Once it started affecting my mental health, I pulled out completely because my daughter's 21. I don't need to be that active, right? I had to create boundaries not to get my emotions involved because this man looked like he was dying, right?
Mhm.
His relationship with his kids are not where they're supposed to be. I'm now trying to talk to them and having them like working extra hard to build his relationship. And I realized, what the hell am I doing? So I had to take a step back. It is very hard to see someone dying, right?
Mhm.
And and then you find yourself like, okay, what am I doing? Because then they start asking you to do things for them, like you're still married. And I was like, I'm not doing that shit. No, I'm not. I pull back completely. But if
Mm.
something happened to him, and if my children wanted me to be there, I definitely would be there. But if I was married, I would make sure that my husband is there as well. Because you're not going to talk shit to me. Because see, what happened was once he had the surgery and started feeling better, his mouth started getting loose. So that's when I
Yeah.
completely stepped away.
Right.
You no, and Grayson, I want to. I'm sorry, Robbie. I'm gonna stop calling you Grayson. I'm gonna call you Robbie because that's what you
You
got
call
on
me
your.
either, sweetheart. Either's fine. You good.
Thank you. You know what? I don't care what people say about you behind closed doors, but you know you cool with me, right? Like you. Now I'm playing. Now let me tell you if I get kicked. But so you see, situation, and like I said, maybe it's because, and I don't think it's because maybe my heart is too cold. I just really believe once it's that's it. Especially when the children are grown. Now the children, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, like I said, I understand
Right.
co-parenting, but when they are grown and it's not really too much support needed besides just guidance in life, it's kind of, you know, I understand your bad health. I understand this, that, and the third happened, but you know, you can't look for me for support because we're not, you know, now because we've also here's the flip side, right? You know, all them damn Tyler Perry movies, right? Dude get hurt, she end up nursing this nigga back to health. All of a sudden, oh, you know what? I was tweaking when I threw your ass in the house, and everybody know what movie I'm talking about. Hey, you know, hey, I was tweaking when I was throwing your ass in the damn house and shit. See, that's how them feelings and emotions bring back. That's why I was always told, at least by my dad, because obviously, my dad and my mom, they wasn't together. They kept it very respectful. They met at a location. It wasn't too much. It was a, hey, let me get my son, let me leave, vice versa. It wasn't no, oh, hey, how you doing? Everything
Right.
going okay? It wasn't none of that. So that's why I'm just a stickler on keeping those boundaries. But I am all
That's
about the
good.
kids though. So that's
Right.
Yeah,
And what
I
That is
agree.
good.
stage?
I
Go ahead.
agree with CJ about the boundaries. There are boundaries that need to be set. Now, if there are no kids involved and we having this conversation, when you
Hmm.
leave, make sure you take your bag. I'm like CJ, like why you need to go
All
to the
your
funeral? Why you need to be, mourning this woman? Okay, you can go, but take your bag
yeah,
with you. Because some things is like
oh
the
God.
the true person, the true you is coming out. Because why are you mourning this woman so hard that you got to
yes,
go check on her, hold her hand, and she transitioned? It's like, okay, there's feelings still there.
Definitely. Well, he
No.
said more than twice even that was his love.
She was my
Now
first
I'm
love.
thinking
He
that,
kept saying
right, that he
it.
needs closure. For some reason, he needs closure,
He
right?
does.
And his current wife is saying like, hey, uh,
Mm-mm.
why?
It's over.
Because basically
Go
she's
to the
saying why?
funeral. And be honest with you, what it's the emotion involved, the holding the hand, the transition, the talking. No, you go to the funeral. Ain't nothing she can do with that. You go to the funeral, but you don't need to be doing all that.
Yeah.
yes.
And she's like, I know she's dying. I understand
Right.
the concept of her dying, but you don't need to
But
be
hold on.
in that. You don't need to
But
do
she
that.
don't need to hear that you cheated with her best friend in '95.
She don't need to
Or
know
No.
that. She don't need.
No.
She cannot. The woman that's dying cannot offer you absolution. So she
absolutely
is not a priest. She don't
No.
have to
right.
hear all of that before she died. No, she
No.
cannot say yes, you are forgiven, and then she died. No, no.
I'm telling you,
Any movies?
when people,
No.
let me tell you, when people think they're dying, they are so humble. I can tell you from my experience. This man was so humble. I wanted to try to fix his relationship with our children. I worked hard, y'all. And
Now, at what point do you
obviously I
stop
did.
doing that? What point as a parent do you stop
Oh
trying
no,
to
I
fix
have
the
stopped it. Because
relationship
you know what?
with the child and the dad when you're
No,
separated?
I stopped doing that. And the more when I step back, right? Because I would tell him, I would text him, hey, you need to do this, 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 and this, right? Well, because I know what the kids will respond to, and I realize this is not authentic. And there's a reason why they don't like him. I'm not talking like negative about him, right? So, because when you first go through divorce, we all talk shit. And then I realized I'm hurting my children more than anything. So I stopped saying anything negative about him. Well, he now started doing things even after surgery. Let me say this. What was shocking to me when I told the kids, hey, dad is having a liver transplant, I thought that they would be so happy. They were mad. They like it shocked me. I'm like, why you guys are mad? And they said to me, how is it that he can do all these things to us and yet we're gonna still live with this and he gets a new liver? And I never looked at
Wow.
it that way. But that's what my youngest said to me. When I told Layla was at school, she texts me, she says, oh wow. I was like, what? There's no reaction, like, that I would think. I
Right.
even had a conversation with him because had he not had the transplant when he did, he would have not been like he had about maybe 2 months to live. That's how
Wow.
bad it was. And so I had to tell him because he was talking a lot about the things that he did in the past. But when people are dying, y'all, they will say so much stuff that you actually start thinking, well, maybe they changed. They have not changed. Okay? This
They just
man
feel
has not
guilty.
changed.
Now,
And I don't have to I don't have to interact with him at all unless I really need to. But I was given advice from somebody that I really respect, and they told me you need to unblock him because he is your child's father.
um,
I unblocked him, y'all.
Unblocking doesn't mean talk to. You can set
Yeah,
yeah,
it
boundaries
doesn't.
with that. You call you
yeah,
talking about that nonsense, you hang up. But
yeah.
yeah,
But the kids
Now,
are
unblocking
older
doesn't
now,
mean
now my
so
overstepping your
it's
sister,
boundaries.
like,
my sister's ex-husband calls her and says, "Hey, I haven't talked to the boys in 3 months. Can you get them to call me?"
Your
And
problem.
she's like, "Your sons are in their 20s. I cannot make them talk to you. I
there
cannot
you go.
make a relationship when they don't want a relationship. Like I can't make that happen."
Nope.
And that is the ongoing conversation between her and her ex because her sons will not talk to their dad.
But I mean, there has to be a reason for, we always want to say, that's your mom, that's your dad, and no one actually looks to see what the parent has done. It's always the child's place to make that
I
connection.
know.
And it's
Yeah.
like, no, find out what the hell has happened. Because I had family members telling me, oh, you need to make sure your son goes to see his father. Now, let me tell you, one time, when this man first went into the hospital, right, the first time he ever passed out, and I said to my son, do you want to go see dad? And he was like, not really. And I made him go. Let me tell you what happened. Before he walked into the room, at that time he was still wearing masks, right? At the hospital, they had to wear masks. I put my hand on his back. I could feel the heat of his body. Like it affected him that much. I could see tears streaming down through the mask. And I was like, oh my God, I made a mistake. I should not have made him go, right? This was before we even knew that he was going to need a new liver, but he's never been sick. And so it was like this dramatic thing that happened. And I forced him, I will never again do that. I tell him the decisions you make will affect you later. So make sure. Now, I know as a mother, there's certain things that, but as far as forcing the relationship, I'm not going to do that. It
Yeah.
has to be his job to do that. And The only one that stayed talking to him was the youngest one. The other two weren't talking to him because of things that he did that he can't remember because he was drunk when he did it, right? Now, because he can't remember it, oh, that didn't happen. So that's where he messes up. I mean, it's a lot, but hey, I can't fix that. That's not my job to fix that. All I can do is work with the kids and help them. And they go to therapy and stuff like that. So, I mean, we're working on it. But then when they go to him and they see him, which is every now and again, yo, when they come back home, Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
it hasn't changed. So it's
Wow.
like,
But
yeah,
that's like, I think a lot of people get it twisted. Your relationship with your child is just like any other relationship. It's
Yeah.
reciprocity. You have to,
right,
I call you, you call me. And a lot of old school parents, people be like, I'm the oldest, they need to call me. I'm grown, they need to call me. No, you can call them. Like, is your phone broke? You
right,
can call them if you want to
Right.
talk to them. You know,
fact,
and that's just as a parent. My husband calls his son and his son calls him. So it's a relationship. You cannot expect one person to maintain that relationship. And I'm only talking about the kids who grown. You know, when your kids are little, the parent does have a little to say or to do with that. But once
right,
they're over 18, it's like, why you not calling your son? That's why he not calling you. It's going to take
right,
work on both sides. You just can't expect
exactly.
him to call you because you're the parent.
Yeah, that's that old mindset, and it doesn't work. You will lose your
No.
children.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I
Yep.
mean,
Yep. Because if you sitting around waiting on somebody to call you and you haven't called and you can't get mad. Like, she
Yeah.
had called me in 2 weeks. Is your phone broke?
Yeah. You have to put in the effort. And I think a lot of
Right.
people
absolutely,
lose that. I think a lot of parents lose that when they get older. It's like they don't want to put in the effort. They think the child should put in all the effort, but that's not realistic when it comes to relationship. It's a two-way street, you know?
And everybody's got a life. Everybody has a life. Like, nobody's sitting around waiting around. I'm
right,
not waiting around my kids to call me. If I want to talk to them, I'm picking up the phone. What you doing? Where you at? What's going on with you? That's just as a
Yeah.
parent.
Yeah.
right.
I
But
remember one time I called my aunt, one of my aunts, and she was like, well, I never hear from you. And I was thinking, you never call me. I
Exactly.
was like, hey, Reed, call me sometimes, but
right,
I was like, oh, I'm busy with life, but I was just checking on, oh, you decided to call. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
it's just
that's
like
the old way of thinking.
when my mom and I used to talk, because now we don't communicate. Whenever she would call me, she'd call me to ask about my brother, which my brother and I don't live in the same house. So she couldn't get a hold of him. She's gonna call me. And I was like, oh hell no. Baby, I pull up those boundaries so fast. No. And then it got to a point and she called me, I'm like, okay, he's not here. Oh, I didn't call for him. Oh, really? Oh, whoa,
Mm.
really? Right. So it started getting like that until, we don't have communication now at all. And family members are like on my behind about that. Oh, she's getting older, blah, blah, blah. Like, shut up and mind your business. You don't know the history over here. And then say,
Say,
I'm not a forgiver. You can forgive people, but you are not good for my mental health. And it's so taboo in somebody saying that about their parents, right? Oh, that's your mom, that's your dad. Like you owe them your life. No, I thank you for you birthing me legally into the realm, right? Into the earthly realm. But sometimes that's what their purpose was to birth you. It doesn't mean that you have to have a relationship with somebody that's toxic. I'm
I,
sorry.
Exactly. And I
I,
don't even know where the saying comes from where you have to forgive a parent. Like, I know honor your mother and father, but it's just not this blanket forgiveness for everything that they've done throughout your life that you're supposed to
Girl.
do just because they've gotten older, you know?
And yes, and that's the thing. We talk about honor your mother and father, but we don't talk about the scripture when it tells us parents don't provoke your children.
Don't
We don't
provoke
we
your
don't talk
children
about that,
either.
right? That's
Exactly.
right. But when I learned is that I honor the office. The office my mother has, she's my mother. I honor that. But I know that having a relationship, like I'm never gonna have a relationship like you guys have with your daughters. That's just not for us. Because I've made decisions that she doesn't, well, Kim, that she
Right.
doesn't agree with. So it's either me go back to Islam or have and I'm not gonna do that. So that's
Right.
my thing. It's not because she, took my doll away from me when I was 5 that I'm not
Right,
having a
exactly.
relationship with. I mean, sometimes you got to stand on your shit.
You
Whatever you
know,
believe in, you stand for it.
y- and I was just gonna just comment, just looking on the, the other side of things as well. I was told by a great guy, one of, somebody I talk to every now and then. He told me, on just the flip side of things, as hey, as parents, as a father, you're gonna fall short, and as mothers, why did I say as mom, like I got a vagina, some I don't, but like,
Jesus.
I my bad. I'm just, but okay, as you ladies are mothers and I'm a father, we're gonna
Mhm.
fall short in parenting
Absolutely.
sometimes, and I was told to give grace, and literally the quote was, "Hey, you may want to give some grace sometimes because you never know when you're gonna need it as well." And I was talking to somebody about my father, and he said, "You know what? Which is none of my business to speak on, but just remember to give grace sometimes because you're gonna need it for your son, and we're gonna all need that. Because I can already see sometimes where I made some mistakes with my 2-year-old son. I say, damn, I probably shouldn't have did all that, or I should have did this better or do that a little better.
That's the
So
key, though, CJ. That's the key. You self-correct and you see what you can do better. When you have parents that are born in 1927 and 1939, maybe they don't see themselves. Like you should be so grateful that they pushed you out, and anything they say goes. So the fact that you can see and you can self-correct and the age that you are, I commend you on that. Because a lot of people don't do that.
what
No
you
self-awareness.
and that's correct. And I also try to live by, hey, nobody's perfect. And yes,
Right.
we've all made mistakes. And this isn't me, by the way. This isn't me trying to cover up. If your parent was on some bullshit, they was on some bullshit. I ain't trying to make that sprinkle and make it seem all nice. But what I'm also saying is I can also see, some of the stuff that I thought my parents was doing. I was like, damn, y'all was tweaking. And sometimes they were, but I also looking as a parent, and now, now I'm paying bills, now I'm doing the daycare and this, that, and the third. I say, damn, I kind of understand sometimes, where sometimes people had to make sacrifices, like
Right.
they went without so you can have things. It kind of puts a little more, I guess, appreciation, a little bit more, like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying. So that's kind of why, I'm a little bit more. I try to think, what you tried to do, what you thought was right. Now it
Right.
might have been wrong. Tried, and you just got to be like,
CJ, are you an only child?
No.
No.
no, I got brothers. I got brothers. Yeah, it's just me. Yeah, it was me, and I got 2 twin brothers. So let me correct that. So I'm not a twin, but I have 2 brothers and they're twins, and then I
Yeah.
have
We understand.
another brother on my dad's side. But yeah, but we was all, it was, yeah, no. I'm a, I got siblings
Are
But
you
isn't
the
it
oldest?
interesting?
on my mom's side. Yes, I am the oldest.
Mhm.
On my mom's
But
side,
isn't it
on my
interesting the different relationships that parents have with their different children? Like how, because I can see like in my family, like my brother, no matter what he does, it's a-okay. But because, well, I think it's because one thing, I'm a woman. Two, I've always never shut up. I always say what I thought. And I talk about the stuff that nobody wants to talk about, the uncomfortable things. And where my brother will just eat it, but then he'll tell me about it, but he won't tell her. Where I'm like,
Right.
no, she needs to know. You know, I've learned though that this last time I saw her, that there was no point in trying to hash out and having a conversation. Like, because one of the things she said to me was, I created trauma. I'm like, Yes, you did. But then as I was talking, I said to myself, shut up. You girl, by the time you leave this woman, you're gonna be so pissed off and frustrated. So I literally, that was the time when I just let a lot of things go. I'm not over things, I'm working through some things, but I had to let a lot of stuff go. Like, you're not gonna get what you need from some people. You just have to let it go. Like this man, for example, right? He cannot find a balance with his ex and his current wife.
Yes.
There's no balance. And so as I'm thinking about this man, I'm thinking about my relationship with my mother. Like, there's no balance. So either you're gonna stay with your current wife and fix that, and let that woman go. Let her go. He ain't gonna do it though. From the way he's talking, he was not. He's gonna risk his relationship to go and tell a woman that's dying that he cheated with Puka.
Grace, and on a side, I really want to get deep. Let me correct my words. I really want to get to understand some of your thoughts with with some of your family members, but not now.
Mhm.
But what I will say is, once you realize, and I learned this at a young age, which is why probably I'm a little bit, once you realize somebody is not going to change because they've had some type, because they've said they did some horrible things. You have some people, and for the life of me, I couldn't understand. I said, why can't you see that you hurt me this way? Like, well, why can't you see that?
Honey.
And it's like you want them to be like, bro, but some people just don't see. So once I realized, I said, you know what? The ball is in my court. Shit, to be honest, hell, once I started paying these damn bills and my money got up, I said, shit, you know what? All right, I tried. But you know what? But one thing I am a proprietor of is, you gotta live and die on that hill. If you say, hey, listen, this person doesn't want to change, at this point now it's up to me. Do I want
Right.
to, and with homeboy, which is something I don't understand. I don't understand why would you wait till basically the time has ran out. And like I said, just so some people, you're just not going to be able to change, no matter no matter what happens. And I think that's the thing that irks us. Like, it's like, bro, you want them to be like, nigga, you was tripping. And then oh no, I wasn't. I was just trying. You know what? All right, okay, have a good. All right, okay. I'll see you later.
So, what do y'all think her response should be if he goes? Like, what do you think his wife's response should be? I mean, if he actually decided to go.
Yeah, Felicia. Yeah.
What you said? We can't hear you.
We can't hear you, Felicia.
Can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
I know we couldn't hear, but I know what she was saying.
You think it's too drastic for her to leave him?
Hell nah, drop that nigga.
Maybe.
His ass.
Because what's gonna happen if she?
No, we can't hear you. Oh,
if she goes back to say he goes right, and then he comes home, there's no trust anymore. Because I'm gonna feel like you didn't choose me anyway. Like I was the second pick. Now, because I've expressed myself to you, I'm gonna feel that way. Now, and in this video, he's not inviting her. Have you noticed that he invites her to go?
And that's what I was about to say. Yeah.
You're
When
not
you said
invited to
that
go.
you was gonna invite your husband or whatever, if you was in that predicament,
Right.
Yeah. Now she wasn't trying to talk about let's bring him. Oh well, yeah, let's bring you. Yeah. No, go ahead,
Right.
Felicia. My bad.
Oh, no problem. Can y'all hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
It's over. And the reason that I say that is because there are certain things in a marriage. If you keep talking about the love of your life and you ain't talking about me, that's a problem. That's a deep, deep problem.
That part.
So,
if it's, I no, it's over. We
So if
we
he
going
went-
counseling or something. It's not gonna be, I'm going to this funeral. I'm coming back home, and it's gonna be I'm going to this one. It's not gonna be that. Not for me.
Oh, okay.
Because you
So
done
what's
told me,
the argument?
regardless of how you feel, this is the love of my life. I don't care what you got to say. I'm out. It's
Maybe.
over.
Okay. So it sounds like he wants closure, right? And in a lot of situations, we want closure because we think that if we get closure, we'll get over something. That's why people want closure. There are some of us that will never have closure for certain situations, right? So how do you think if he does not go, how should he obtain closure? How does he
First of all,
reconcile
you
this
should
to
have got
himself?
that closure before we got married.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You should have went and got that taken care of. You the love of my
I
life. She tell you
agree.
I don't care. Well, I did
But
wrong. I did this. She say I don't care. Let's be together. Whatever. But that should have been taken care of before me and you got married.
Yeah.
true, but you know what? Maybe he was cheating with current wife. Okay. Maybe he was cheating with current wife.
Still should have been taken care of.
It should have been. I agree with Felicia. That should have been taken care of. That has
Should have been taken care of.
because
And then if y'all got a child together, I'm sure there were some instances in where you saw this woman.
Definitely.
You could have told her that. I'm sure she didn't decide on that day I'm gonna die. She probably been dying for weeks, or a long time.
Hey,
But that should have been taken care.
Yeah.
It's like you telling me the fact that you're saying this is the love of my life is the killer for me. I understand she could be your first love. She's my first love. She's my first love, but it's over.
Hey, so I know that y'all had y'all episode about domestic violence last episode. But if my shawty come up to me talking about the love of your first there. Yeah, there, yeah.
Wow.
Okay. I got
Sit down.
No, I'm playing.
But really.
But yeah.
Not for real.
You bringing old stuff into the relationship. You bringing that old stuff into this relationship. Why are you doing that?
Okay, but guys, let's talk about this closure. Okay. Now we can say he should have got closure before, right? But obviously he didn't. So my suggestion to dude, how you can get closure is by not cheating on this wife. Okay? Since you so desperately want to confess to a girl that's passing away.
Talk to the Lord. Talk to the Lord.
I was gonna say that. Yo, talk to JC.
Talk to the Lord. That's your closure.
Talk to Jesus.
That is your closure.
Yep.
Because if she on her dying bed, she probably can't even talk. Because usually by that time they can't. They're not coherent or able to talk.
And they don't give a damn.
No.
He wants absolution. That's what. And he wants to go and hold the hand of the woman that he loves.
Yeah, that he still loves.
That he still loves. Exactly.
Hey, after the first, I ain't gonna lie. My first love, I would have said, you said that the second time. Like, hold the fuck up now. You done said this twice.
Right.
And you done said that twice in the same paragraph. What the fuck you got going on? Okay. My first love. All right.
And then he's like, who's gonna take care of Cameron? She was like, ain't you the dad?
You.
Right. Right.
She didn't have a problem with him taking care of his child. She had a problem with him wanting to go there and confess his sins.
It sounds like confess his love. Well, I've always loved you, and I'm sorry I did you wrong. That's what it sounds like you trying to say. No.
Listen.
I'm
sorry. You would have to, like you said, talk to Jesus.
And you know what? Even the conversation puts a strain on the relationship, because now we've had to have this conversation, and you keep telling me she was your first love. Like, what's that supposed to mean? What about your second love, your third love, your fourth love? You gonna be trying to hold their hands too?
Like, I would have, Felicia, I would have been like, you got one more goddamn time to say my first love. I'm gonna put my foot so far. I would have been on some bullshit.
No,
I would have been on some. You tweaking.
that puts a strain on the relationship.
Yeah.
Because like I think my relationship is totally different. My husband, him and his baby mama didn't even go together. So they didn't have a relationship. So that part of confessing my love or, getting that never crossed my mind. But in this instance, that would have been different for me. I would have been like that lady. No, you don't need to go. And if she your first love, go and jump in that coffin with her, because that's what's going to happen if you try to come back here.
Right. I like that, Felicia. Yeah, that's my favorite quote of it. Yeah, go in the casket with that nigga. Yeah. I don't like that.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Wow, CJ.
Don't come back.
Right. Hey, I'm with baby girl. Yeah.
It's to me, that's just, how would he feel if I told him he was the love of my life? I need to go talk to him.
Okay, I have a question, guys. What advice would you give to the man and his current wife as they navigate through this?
Get counseling and pray.
Right. Since you got so much shit you wanna say up your damn chest, go ahead. Hey, seriously, talk to the Lord. Take that up with the Lord. Seriously,
okay, now,
get
guys,
on your knees and pray.
I say go to counseling.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
Right.
Yeah,
because there is some unaddressed issues that's going on.
Definitely.
Go to counseling.
And then to find a resolution, so that you can salvage the marriage and not,
that man's over.
Because you don't know how long they've been together. Also,
it doesn't matter.
My first love, man.
It doesn't matter if they've been together for a week, a month, 2 months. It doesn't matter how long they've been together. I think that they need to sit down and have another conversation about it. And I think that if he does go without her consent, I think that there should be some ramifications. I don't know if she should leave him. I don't know if it should be to that extreme, but I think there needs to be something. Like, we need to go to counseling. We need to figure out what's going on. Like, you did this, even though I asked you not to, then you don't even honor me. You know what I'm saying? So it all goes, man, I'm with Felicia, counseling.
Yeah, my first love. Yeah,
I'm looking at that dinosaur behind.
Yeah,
CJ.
hey, I'm imagining. Hey, talking about your first love, right? Word. Talking about my first
Wow.
Your first love, man.
I don't even, and you know what? I don't even care if it was your first wife.
Yeah, that's true.
I understand. If it's your first wife and y'all divorced, you should have gotten your solace then. You should have said, hey, I know I did wrong, or whatever the whoop-de-whoop, before you get into a new marriage. All that, it might be a year after y'all divorced or 3 years after y'all divorced, but before you get remarried, if you know that there's something lingering and you want to address it, you have plenty of time to address it before you jump into another relationship.
That's facts. So with that being said,
when a child is grown, do you think that a mother of a child and a father should still be talking about the child?
No.
Even though the child is grown.
No.
Unless
the child is something seriously sick or something like that, like seriously sick, like seriously in the hospital.
Unless the child's getting married, unless there's like these major life things going on,
right?
But you're not my friend. Obviously, we're not cool.
We don't need to have conversations about Johnny who's 35.
No. Why? So y'all can set yourself up for an affair. I mean, like, what are you doing?
Right.
No.
What are you doing? We need to go out for coffee and have a conversation.
Hell no.
Who's 40?
You hell to the no. No. We can talk about what you wearing to the wedding. You need to wear blue. I'm gonna wear gray. We don't even need to talk about that. Our kids can tell us that.
Exactly.
We don't really have anything, like, unless my child needs an organ. That's the only way I can see us having to have any type of conversation.
Wow.
Are you gonna go get tested? Or I'm gonna go get tested. Let's see if this person, if they need an organ or something like to that extent. When you say grown, that's about all that I can think of that me and him need to be communicating about.
But you don't
Other
need to be
than-
texting me on my birthday.
For what?
Right.
What? For what?
Now, listen, tell you, my ex sends me birthday messages, Christmas, Mother's Day. I don't respond to it though.
He tweaking.
When he's unblocked. Now, when he's blocked, I don't see that shit. But when it,
Would you
You-
be mad if your ex sent their baby mama, a baby father, a Mother's Day gift or a Father's Day gift?
Hey,
And
that
you
should
with
be
me?
for next. Ooh.
and you with me? Yes, I have problem. What you send that gift for? The fuck?
This my
No.
baby mother. I'm sending her a Mother's Day
Understand.
gift.
Nah,
That's my
dog.
baby's father. I'm sending him a Father's Day gift.
I'm not
No.
giving him a grain of salt, baby. I'm not even giving him air. No.
I got this right hand for you. I got this left hand for you. Hey, I'm making too many. Nah, let me.
We are not
let me
cool.
chill. Let me chill.
We
Let
are
me chill.
okay, guys. It's 8 o'clock. We need to wrap this up, but this was funny.
Yeah.
So last thing before we give our final thoughts. What lessons can listeners learn from this story about dealing with unresolved issues from their past relationships?
Oh, I got one. Close one
Uh-huh.
book before you open another one. Close one door before you
Ooh,
open
I
another.
like that. I like
Yes.
that.
Let that ninja go. Okay.
Let that nigga go. Yeah. Yeah.
That's my advice. CJ, what about you?
To be okay with not getting the closure you want.
That's right.
That's short and simple. You gotta be okay with it. Gotta be okay with
Right.
it.
That's right. You,
Yeah.
Kimberly?
Respect the other person's wishes. Honor the other person that you're with, not the one that you had before, but honor the one that you're with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I had a question, but it's too late for that now.
No,
Well, I
what's
guess
the
I could-
question? Say that real quick.
Now
Okay.
you
Yeah,
just
we
said
can
it.
go a little overtime. We can go just a little overtime, just a little bit. Go ahead.
So, okay. So everybody knows I cook, right? Right. I mean, I don't know if you all know, but I like to
Yes,
cook.
Rabia, you're one of the
So,
best cooks I know.
This nigga asked you
y'all
to
say
cook, huh?
it again
Oh
for the
my.
one at the back. But anyway, what you
I just jumped to the conclusion, but go ahead. Go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
anyway, do you think? Nah, that's stupid. So my ex sometimes will text my daughter and say, "Hey, can you have your mama cook something?" And of course, I say no. I say no. But there were times when my kids would take the leftovers in the house and take it to him.
Yo, kids are op. Which one did it? Hey, yo, kids are op.
No.
Hey,
It's
We
no
don't do
one.
that.
kids.
I tell them, no, we don't do that. We're
No.
not doing that.
He's
And
the
that's
Ass
op.
whooping in
I'm
this
like
house.
CJ.
We're not
He's the
doing
op.
that.
No.
Hey, he's
There
an
was
op. Hey, was that your oldest son? Your boy did that?
no, it was my baby girl.
Your baby girl? Hey, she's
No.
the op in the
No.
family. Watch her. Watch her. She's the op. Watch
And
her.
no, because let me tell you, when you divorce, and I've never had a divorce,
Right.
but I feel like if I got out of a relationship, you have been awarded all access to me denied in
Right.
any form. All access to me is denied. You cannot. I'm not gonna cook. I'm not gonna talk to you on the phone. I'm not gonna wish you no happy
Right. We're not
birthday. I'm
cool.
not gonna see how you doing. All access. We're no longer together because I'm trying to. It's like, how can you be looking for Mr. Right and you steady talking to Mr. Wrong? You didn't already let that one go, but you
So
steady talking to him trying to find Mr. Right. It'll never happen. So
you know
you
what?
denied all access to me, all of
Let
it.
me tell you, when I first got divorced, I tried to be friends with my ex for the kids because the kids were really. This shit didn't work. He used to even come over to the house. No, but listen, I was very naive in the beginning. He used to come over to the house and have dinner with the kids, and I would leave, right? So he was having dinner, they were spending time because the kids were transitioning, having a hard time, shit, blah, blah, blah. And then he just fucked it up. So after he tried what he tried, he never put his foot back in this house. I don't like you, sir.
But that's what men do. That's why I say once we break up, our access denied. Because I don't know a man alive that broke up with a girl and say, "Oh, I can go get that." So that's why we as women need to say, "You have all access denied," because they still think they can get you.
It's like a dog marking their. It's like a dog marking their spot.
Right. No.
Yeah, we couldn't be
Absolutely
friends.
not.
I tried
And
the
they keep
mature
going
thing.
back to that same spot that they marked. Sorry,
I tried
CJ.
to
Not
be
friends,
mature.
but co-parent. You can be a civil
Yeah.
co-parent, but not friends.
Yeah.
Nah, then it went from that to no. There was no civility, baby. None. You couldn't put your foot in his house. Don't even ring my doorbell, mother. You stand at the edge of the driveway. Oh, come over here. CJ got something to say. What you want to say, CJ?
Nah, I was just because I already knew he was on some different type of time, and he's seeing the y'all at the dinner table. He like, damn, we looking like a little family. Okay, let me sit next to mama right quick. He in there trying to, baby, you pat me a play, baby, because don't give me
No, it
some.
wasn't like that. It was not like that.
Nah,
But I realized something though. No, I realized he was getting mixed signals.
Yep.
Like I just was ready for my kids because they were struggling, especially the two small ones. They were really struggling. So I was like, okay, because if you know me, I'm very black and white. Once I cut you off, bye. But I felt at the time, but that did not last long at all. It did not. Because the lines, he was trying to make the lines gray. I was like, I had the boundary. Can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
It don't work. You were X for a reason. You
Yep.
know? But anyway, guys, it's 8:06 before Kim starts messaging me on the cool, like
I
in the
know.
private
I
message.
know.
All right,
I gotta
y'all.
go. Gotta go.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.